Welcome, dark viewers, to my channel Dark Terrors, where I will guide you through the folklore and horror stories from around the world. Today, let's immerse ourselves in 3 chilling tales that shook Peru in the 1800s AD. Are you ready to face the horrors of the past? Ready to encounter terror in the deepest darkness? But first,
subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment to share your experiences, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. Now, let the horror begin.
Story 1. The Horror of the Haunted House. In the remote village of San Ignacio in 1805, an event occurred that still haunts the nights of those who dare to remember it. A brave family moved into this isolated house, unaware of its latent malevolence. As the days went by, dark entities possessed the inhabitants, disturbing their minds and bodies. Sinister shadows danced on the walls, while desperate voices echoed in the cold air. The family moved into the house with the illusion of a new life, but soon they began to sense a sinister presence that permeated every dark corner of the dwelling. At night, the atmosphere grew heavy as mysterious whispers filled their ears. Objects began to move on their own. Mirrors reflected distorted images, and doors opened and closed forcefully, seemingly at random. They heard strange sounds coming from the walls and dark corners of the house, and their toys seemed to move on their own. The terror reached its peak when the family found themselves trapped in the house, surrounded by dark and demonic forces. Blood-curdling screams filled the air as furniture thrashed wildly around them. Every attempt to escape was thwarted by the malevolent power that dwelled within the house itself. Only through the intervention of a local shaman did the family finally free themselves from the darkness that had enveloped their lives. The negative energy was banished, but the signs of horror remained imprinted in their minds forever. To this day, the residents of San Ignacio whisper about the horror that lurked in that haunted house.
Story 2. The Wandering Soul of the Merchant. Now we move to the year 1840 in the city of Lima, where a greedy and unscrupulous merchant had amassed wealth at the expense of others. Upon his death, however, the tormented soul of the merchant found no peace. The shadow of his spirit began to appear among the market stalls, cursing anyone who got too close to his fortune. The sound of dragging chains could be heard as his sinister laughter echoed in the night air. This ruthless merchant had amassed immense wealth through scams and deceit. His insatiable thirst for money led him to deprive others of their properties and hopes. But when the time of his death came, the merchant's soul found no peace, condemned to wander the very streets he once dominated with his greed. Those who dared to approach his inheritance felt the cold embrace of his spectral presence. His clanking chains created a sinister sound that resonated in the night air, a warning to those who had succumbed to greed. His victims, affected by his vengeance, spoke of seeing his pale and lifeless face in their nightly visions. His evil and irreverent laughter mixed with the wind, filling the streets with terror. One night, a brave man decided to challenge the wandering soul of the merchant and ventured into his old abode. Sinister noises and menacing shadows surrounded him as he explored the dusty corridors. The presence of the merchant's soul became increasingly oppressive. The man felt the lifeless eyes of the merchant upon him, staring at him with contempt. His voice echoed in his mind, threatening vengeance and eternal suffering. Fortunately, the man managed to escape the spectral grasp of the merchant, but his encounter with the wandering soul would haunt him forever. To this day, tales of that wicked shadow are passed down, warning greedy hearts of the dangers of a life devoted solely to wealth.
Story 3: The Ancient Evil of the Forest. The third story takes place in the heart of an unexplored rainforest in the Peruvian hinterland in 1867. In that remote and inaccessible place, an ancient evil lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. A group of fearless explorers ventured into the forest, unaware of the terrible dark forces that awaited them. These brave adventurers, driven by curiosity and the ambition to discover new territories, ventured into an unexplored rainforest. The wild and majestic nature surrounded them as the voices of the local natives warned them of the ancient evil residing in those lands. As they advanced, the explorers began to experience strange events and visions that challenged their rationality. Eerie shadows danced among the trees, while the wind whispered incomprehensible words to them. Tension grew stronger as the sense of imminent danger increased. The group members started feeling oppressed and anguished. Laments could be heard from deep within the forest, as if the souls of the ancient inhabitants of the area were trying to warn them. But their curiosity pushed them further, disregarding the signs of danger that surrounded them. Finally, the group of explorers came face to face with the ancient evil that dwelled in the forest. A dark and primordial entity, awakened by their presence, engulfed them in a storm of terror and madness. Blood-curdling screams resonated among the trees as the group members were consumed by the dark forces. Only a few fortunate ones managed to escape the forest, but their minds and souls were forever marked by that encounter with the ancient evil. To this day, the rainforest conceals the memory of that timeless horror, warning anyone who ventures within of the dangers that await.
I hope these 3 stories have made you reflect on the power of ancient evils and their ability to awaken in the most remote places.
For tonight, we are finished. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and share.
And don't miss the upcoming chilling stories. Make sure to activate the notification bell.
In the next episode, shall we move to Asia or Africa?